Morning CCI. My name is Ha and you're watching CCI AM.
Three, two, one.
Good morning, CCI. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Anisha, and here are your morning announcements.
Say, I went to Arby's again. Again.
Did
Big
ya?
mistake. Did not sleep well. These, what do we do about these balls are a little closer than I'd like.
Yeah, move them away from your face.
Are we on?
Oh, we're on?
Oh, geez.
ladies.
Geez. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, good morning, CCI. I'm Mr. Wallace.
And I'm Mr. Bremer.
And welcome to CCI AM. Well, apparently, the producers here at the show started listening to fans and finally decided to shell out top dollar to get us back on the program in the coveted primetime Friday episode.
Ooh, yes, Mrs. Skyme and Mr. Lamoguez
With a G.
did a swell job filling in our previous time slot earlier in the week.
Just like old Disney sequels, we won't be as good this year. But let's get right into it with our popular Staff's Who's Who.
Exactly, the who's who.
Well, what do you get if the following had a baby? A Pacific salmon with Peter Pan. Well, that's correct, folks. You get Peter Salmon. Good looking man.
Here's one for you. What do you get when you mix Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother
Great show.
with Ross Geller from Friends?
That's a tough one, Mr. Bremer. What do you got?
You get Neil Ross, also known as the Terminator.
I can see it.
Well, there's been a lot of confusion in the school with the following teachers. Often, students here do not know one from the other, and they'll talk to one in the school thinking they're someone else.
Absolutely correct.
Here are the three of them. They are Miss Matherall, Miss Sinnott, and Miss McLeod.
Go ahead, guys. Are you showing the picture?
We got the pictures up?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We're also confused and don't know who's who either. If students are aware, can you please contact our hotline at 1-800-WHO-DAT? That's D-A-T for DAT. Apparently, there's some sort of, it sounds like some sort of urban slang. Not really sure.
I've been hearing it around.
It sounds like something someone would say in San Diego.
Ah, San Diego. Mr. Wallace, just wondering, do you know what San Diego means, or say the origin of the term?
Haven't really thought about it. I think it's something to do from the Spanish literary san, meaning saint, and Diego, meaning James. Diego, meaning Saint James, ultimately a cognate of Jacob and James, something along those lines. Does that sound about
That
correct?
checks out. Absolutely correct. Gosh, I was worried you were going to say something really offensive there.
Well, what do you get if you took the cartoon character of Charlie Brown and you sloshed that up with the famous lawyer Aaron Brockovich?
Oh, I like
Did you see the movie?
Oh, terrific stuff.
That's correct, folks. You'd get Aaron Brown. There's Miss Brown there.
Oh, wow.
Hey, just curious. I haven't seen Mr. Cockle in a little while. Does anybody know how he's doing after his surgery?
Wallace, he is doing just fine. In fact, I saw him yesterday at a cribbage tournament.
Ooh.
Here he is. He seems to be doing okay. The hip looks great. Hey, Mr. Wallace, since we're on the topic, I've got one I've been wanting to show you for a while. How
Sure.
about this? What would you get if you crossed a picture of me with your wife's picture? You'd get this.
Ah, that looks funny, Chris. That looks exactly like my son Bennett.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, buddy.
What?
Anyway, let's move on. As you all know, yesterday was Ugly Sweater Day, and man, they were ugly. Great work, everyone, except Mr. Cruz, who apparently thought it was Titus Jeans Day.
Wow. Someone hasn't heard of No White after Labor Day. Is that Club Chartwell's?
Yes, I got the picture yesterday in the cafe. I just couldn't resist.
Did you see Miss Emma's ugly sweater yesterday, Mr. Bremer?
No.
Neither did we, as she's usually wearing about 15 scarves every day from September until late May. So hard to see the sweater.
Yes. Anyway, folks, just a reminder that we are an eco school trying to gain platinum status. Isn't that right, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, that's correct. We don't just try and take care of the environment in the summer when it's convenient, but in the harsh winter months as well. If you walk to school, you shouldn't be heating up your Ford F-150 in your driveway for 15 minutes and then drive the 30 seconds to work like this young lady did on the last snow day.
Really disappointing stuff. Bundle up next time, Miss McCarl. We'd all love for our kids to see a tree or two when they grow up. Oh, sorry. This just in. Unfortunately, Mr. Mundell was unsuccessful in defending his title as Mr. Wasaga Beachbody this year.
So hard to keep that from year to year, though.
Yes, now it looks like our own staff member, Mr. McMullen, got the nod. Great work, sir. Mrs. Kosevich must be devastated.
Yes. Hey, just before we head to sports, with Mr. Millsap, we would like to give you one more.
Oh, I'm excited.
What would happen if you actually took Miss Millsap's DNA and you mixed that up with the chair of the math department, Mr. Feldman's DNA? That's right, folks. You get this young fella,
Oh, boy.
Adam Millsap.
That's an interesting one. Anyway, let's head to sports with the assistant to the chair of math, Mr. Millsap.
Really, guys? Really? Well, enough of sports from the early 2000s. Morning, CCI. I'm Mr. Millsap with your sports. A note from your gym teachers. Due to the assembly, there's no dodgeball today. Also, note to cross-country runners, if you ordered an OFSA hoodie, they're ready. Come and see Mr. Hammond today at lunch for pickup. Yesterday, the Alpine ski team took the hills for the first race of the season at Mount St. Louis Moonstone. All 4 teams put on a snow show. Capturing first in every division, the Level 1 girls team ran away with gold. Addie Sloan finished 3rd, Bridget Matchett 6th, and Daisy Taylor 7th in a field of 55 racers. The Level 2 girls victory saw Riley Rain finish 3rd, Tess McMillan 7th, and Jessica Natras 9th. In the boys category, the Level 1 boys team powered to gold, with Jack Giffen taking 3rd, Adam Millsap 7th, Liam Crossan 9th, and Crody Casey Shaw 10th in a field of 71 racers. Finally, the Level 2 boys dominated their race with 8 of the top 10 finishes being CCI racers. Very impressive. Jaden Buckrell finished 2nd, barely missing 1st by 0.18 of a second. Followed by Tyga Young in 3rd, Zach Hyland 4th, and Matt Basson and Matt Sloan in 5th. Congrats to all racers and enjoy your break. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Young onto the set to do our staff appreciation draw. Mr. Young?
All right, this is the last staff appreciation draw of the decade, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to draw 3 names out of the hat. Those 3 lucky staff members, you'll see Miss Martin afterwards to collect your gift. All right, here we go. Mr. Millsap, would you do the honors? The first name is Miss Sherwin. Second name is Mrs. Edwards. And the third name and the grand prize winner in our staff appreciation draw, Miss Sinnott. All right, thanks everybody for all you do here at CCI for the students of this school. I'd like to throw it over to our weather.
Good morning, CCI. I'm Mrs. Shand.
And I'm Mr. Funston. And the temperature outside right now is minus 11. Feels a lot more like minus 16, but that's okay because if you look outside, it's totally clear skies. It's like, oh, beautiful for stargazing. Like,
Okay, science geek, we're doing something here. Pay attention.
Look at the crescent moon there.
Oh my goodness.
I just noticed that.
Yes, it is a beautiful day. The sun is shining and the holidays are upon us.
I just want to put a special shout out to my favorite students. You're watching this right now. Have Merry Christmas. Hope you all have a safe holiday season with your family.
That's all for your weather, CCI. Now back to your host.
And so then when you open it like this, it gets a lot bigger. The oldest trick in the book, really.
I see what you mean.
Okay.
Can you-
That's all of your announcements, CCI.
This is the last broadcast of 2019. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you in 2020.
Here's your bell.